Good morning everyone. Today I am going to start with the chapter that is cement, mortar and concrete. In the previous slide I have taught you about what are the types of cement and what are the ingredients that we are using in the cement. Okay, so we will give a quick review on what are the types of cement, that is ordinary Portland cement, rapid hardening cement, extra rapid hardening cement, quick setting cement, low heat cement, Pozzolana Portland cement, blast furnace cement and colored cement. Okay, so as we all know what is ordinary Portland cement, I have told you it is the most commonly used cement, and when you are mixing the cement with water, it gives the less heat of hydration and it does not cause any defect, and it is mainly used in pavements and buildings. And I have told you the initial setting time of this ordinary Portland cement is 30 minutes and final setting time of this cement is 8 hours. Okay. Next is rapid hardening cement. It hardens in 1 day and it is lightweight. It is not damaged easily. It is mainly used in highways, underwater structures and in cold weather areas. Next, extra rapid hardening cement. Extra rapid hardening cement accelerates the setting and hardening process, and I have told you extra rapid hardening cement is mainly obtained by adding some calcium chloride with rapid hardening Portland cement, and if you will add the calcium chloride, it should not exceed 2%. Okay, and the concrete made using extra rapid hardening cement should be used, compacted and finished within 20 minutes. Next, quick setting cement. This cement is mainly produced by adding alumina sulfate and by finely grinding the cement, and I have told you it is one of the quick setting cement, so it takes initial setting time it takes 5 minutes and final setting time it takes only 30 minutes. Okay, next is what are the uses of quick setting cement, and as I have told you it is used in underwater constructions, it is also used in rainy and cold weather conditions, and it is used in high temperature where water evaporates easily. It is used for anchoring of or rock bolt, mining and tunneling. It is used for fixed concrete steps, and it is used for the anchorage of rock bolt in tunnel. Okay. Next is low heat cement. Low heat cement is a cement which generates the low heat of hydration during setting time. Okay, when you are adding the cement with water, it takes or it gives low heat of hydration, and this cement contains the low percentage of 5% that is tricalcium aluminate and higher percentage that is 46% of dicalcium silicate. Next, we will be dealing with Pozzolana Portland cement, as this is one of the most commonly used cement, and nowadays also we are using this Pozzolana Portland cement. Okay. In Pozzolana Portland cement, the initial setting time is 30 minutes and the final setting time is 600 minutes. And it is used in hydraulic structures, marine structures, construction near the seashore, dam. Okay, it is used in masonry mortars and plastering. As it gives better surface finish, it is also used in the decorative and art structures. So next is blast furnace cement. In the blast furnace cement, some amount of slag is obtained. Okay, how? Next, in your mind it may be coming, what do you mean by slag? I have told you the slag is a waste product and it contains the basic elements of cement, namely it contains alumina, lime, silica, and it requires long period it takes for curing. Okay. Next is colored cement. As I have told you shown you in the picture also what colored cement. This cement may be obtained by intimately mixing mineral pigments with ordinary cement. Okay. The amount of coloring material may vary from 5 to 10%. If this percent exceeds 5 to 10%, then the strength of the cement is affected. Then the chromium oxide gives green color, the cobalt imparts blue color, and the tin oxide in different proportions gives brown, red or yellow color, and the magnesium oxide is used to produce black brown colored cement. And the last is the colored cements are widely used for finishing of the floors, external surfaces, artificial marble, window sill slabs, textured panel faces, stairs, treads. Okay, in this cement are used in the finishing of floors, window sill slabs, we are also using it. We are also using it. Rise and treads, in the staircase we are also using this colored cement. Okay. Next, we will be reading about manufacturing of the process of the cement. As we know, while manufacturing of the process of the cement, there are three types, or there are three processes that we can say as: first is mixing of raw materials, next is burning, third is grinding. Okay. So mixing of raw materials means, as I have told you in the previous slides, what are the raw materials we are using in the cement? The raw materials, that is argillaceous and calcareous. Okay, argillaceous I have told you in the chapter 1, that is stone, the argillaceous material, that is clay, and the calcareous material, that is limestone. These are the two materials which are been used in the processing of the cement, and these are mixed either in the dry conditions or in weather conditions. Okay, so we can say that this process is accordingly known as dry process. Well, if we mix in the dry condition, we can say it that it as a dry process, or if we mix in the weather conditions, we can say it as wet process of mixing. Okay, so there are two types of processes. First is dry process and next is wet process. Here you can see the flow diagram of dry process. Here you can see it. As I have written, the calcareous material, that is limestone, and the argillaceous material, that is clay. Okay, these two materials are crushed. Okay, first is these two materials crushing means we will give a definite or reduce the size of the limestone, or we will reduce the size of the clay material. Okay, so we will crush the materials. Then after that, we will find the fine grinding in ball mills and tube mills. After crushing this material, we will grinding in ball mills or tube mills. Okay. After that, after grinding in ball mills and tube mills, then we will be storing in the storage basin. You can see it here. We will store in the storage basin. After that, we will be mixing the correct proportions. These two materials will be mixing the correct proportions, like 1:1 or 2:2. This will be mixing the correct proportions. After that, it will be heated at the rate 800 degrees Celsius. It will be heated. After that, again it will be kept in the storage tank. For the raw mix, it will be kept. Then after that, it is fed to the rotary kiln. Fed to the rotary kiln means what? It is one type of a steel tube, and its diameter mainly varies from 2.5 to 3 around. It is one of the cylindrical tube, and its length varies from 90 to 120 meter. And these raw materials are burned in the rotary kiln. Okay, at the temperature of 800 degrees Celsius, or you can say 1400 degrees Celsius. These materials have been burnt in the rotary kiln. After that, after it is burnt in the rotary kiln, the clinkers are been formed. Okay, so clinkers, it is one type of a cement. It is one type of a lumps of cement. We can say the clinkers have been formed. Okay, after that, these clinkers are grinded in the ball mill. Then these clinkers are grinded in the ball mill, and while grinding or during the grinding process, the addition of 2 to 3% of gypsum is added in it. After that, the cement silos, or we can say the packing plant, we will pack the cement, or we can pack the cement in the manufacture, and we will send to the manufacturing site. Okay, so this is the flow diagram of dry process. So we can say that these are the two materials, that is calcareous material and argillaceous material. These two materials are crushed with heat crushed. After that, it is fine grinded in ball mills and tube mills, and it is stored in the storage basin, and it is mixed in the correct proportions. We can say that it is mixing the correct proportions. After mixing it in the correct proportions, it is heated at the rate 800 degrees Celsius, or we can say that it is heated at the 1200 degrees Celsius, and after that it is stored in the storage tank. After, it is fed to the rotary kiln. Next, it is fed to the rotary kiln. In the rotary kiln, it is burnt. After it is burnt in the rotary kiln, the clinkers have been formed, and After the clinkers have been formed, then the clinkers are grinded in the ball mill. We can say ball mill or the clinkers have been grinded or in a tube mill. And while grinding, the addition of 2 to 3% of gypsum is added. After that, the cement has been produced and it has been sent to the packing plant or the manufacturing site. Okay, the next process we will be studying in the next slide. Thank you.